Hey, welcome all. We'd like to welcome you to a new series, and that is a four-peat challenge. As we look to get a team to break the modern record of three premierships in a row, won by Brisbane in the early 2000s and Hawthorn in the early to mid-2010s. There is one team that I picked for this challenge, and that is the Crows. As this team's got the potential to win four premierships in a row. At some point. Well, we draw a pre-season game with the Giants. Let's turn injuries off for this one because I think the Crows mostly had a clean bill of health in season 2025. The Lego comes into the side. Draper also comes in. So does Brown. Overplay back up Ruck as well. Got to put Worrell whenever butts. Keen. Might have to put him in. Let's see how we go against the Saints. Wow. Great start, 99 points. What a start to the season for Adelaide. Round two, we're versing the Bombers. $64-point win over the Dons at the MCG. Seems this lineup's already looking good. Adjust the SANFL lineup for the game against Westies. We'll put McAndrew in the ruck. Get Smithers in the team. Peddler to come in to be a SANFL lineup. I'll probably put Murray in at the stack. Five Crows reserves. Get up by 62 over Westies. On the main side, get up by 13 against North. Thanks to another good game from Matty Greenwood. Well, I reckon they can be able to get the job done, Riley. I reckon the Crows can be able to do it in 2026. I have to, well, cut back on some travel expenses for a little bit to, well, save a bit of money. That's cool. Well, mine goes back on the 4th of February, but this will be my first. But I'm going to be mainly doing some coaching things, but I'll also be playing 5 games. So I can be able to still make it to 100 in inclusive league before I hang up the boots. So I'm kind of heading towards like the twilight years of my career now. Anyways, back to the games. Well, this time around, Adelaide do not get robbed. As we beat the Gold Coast Suns. And would you look at that? The Crows won by 55 against North Adelaide. I reckon Neil Bolland and Archie will do well this season for the Crows. They're going to be really good assets for Adelaide. Well, Crows went on gather round against Geelong. And guess who's impressed with this one? This game, future Crow, Dre Bennett. He's not just impressed with how Geelong can put up a good fight. He's also impressed with how well Adelaide have been doing. They certainly will be. I reckon Felthorpe could be kicking 60+ goals this season. I reckon Fogarty could be able to get back to his best. And if he can play at times, I reckon Peddler could do well. Next round, we're versing North Adelaide. We're versing Glenelg in the SANFL. We get Crouch to come in for Taylor. Backline's going to look really good with Worrell and Keane playing like all Australian calibre backmen, and also Isaac Cumming looks really good down back. So does Michael Hannay and all that. Now picking the lineup for the game against Glenelg. Murray comes in. Then so does Jones. That gives us a 64-point win over. Probably, I reckon, it might not just be Black Crows for 2026, but maybe also 27, 28, and 29. That'll be the first team to win a four, could be the first team to win a four-peat in like a century. See that? Another big win, 95 over the Giants. Adelaide are now 6-0. Hinge returns for the Crows. We'll need one small up four. We'll put Peddler in for tax. We'll actually play Tex in the SANFL for this game. What a comeback against Fremantle. Because of the list the Crows got right now, well, I reckon Tex might play a few games in the SANFL, just like how Jared Ruffett spent his last season at Hawthorn, when he played a few games in the VFL. So it looks like Peddler's out for the game again. It looks like Peddler's back in the forward line for the reserves. We'll play Draper in the SANFL team. Eight in a row for the AFL side. 5 in a row for the SANFL. Anyways, we're back. Next game, we're versus Port Adelaide. So we'll probably put Seymour back inside to make way for Zach. Zach Taylor will be making way for Seymour, aka Jordan Butts. So Zach Taylor, Sydney Stack will make way for Zach Taylor. The Bees are still undefeated, and so are the A's. Adelaide win by 50 points in the showdown. Next up, we're versing Collingwood. Honestly, what's the point of even changing the side? We're already looking good. It paid off. We beat Collingwood by 106 points at the MCG. Champlain development, rare. Rest. Okay, defenders having a bit of a rest as well. It'll probably help us out for finals. So we don't take anyone in the mid-year draft. The only one we'll be getting from the team is McLaughlin. I reckon he'll be retiring at the end of 2026. McLaughlin with 71 Guernsey. Save for the price reserves. Don't think we'll be signing Majdan. Oil's re-signed. Tahana's re-signed. We'll re-sign McLaughlin. Nunes result re-signed. I reckon this Crows Reserves team could be the first NFL team to go unbeaten in about 100 years. The last team that did it was Port Magpies in 1914. That'll make Port fans not very happy to see their city rivals go unbeaten in the SANFL. They'll become the first team to do it in over a century. So the Crows Reserves have signed Trent Bianco for the upcoming season. but just in case of a potential trade happens. We'll also sign Louis Butler. That's a few players signed for next season. But I think the reserves will probably need a defender next year. But just in case if any defender leaves via the trade period or gets delisted. Probably bring Conlon over from Williams. Definitely, I reckon you can be able to make yourself an AFL 26, so you can start your career off at Woodville West Torrens and then potentially go in the AFL for maybe could be for any team like maybe a St Kilda or even a Crows or anyone. Now let's select the lineup for the game against the West Coast Eagles. I'll probably make Ladd the substitute. Another gig in the SANFL for the game against Sturt. We'll put Miller in for Garthwaite. You could be able to, I reckon you could stay the Eagles that time and probably break Ralph Sewer's record for most ever games of the Eagles. He played well over 400 games for Woodville and Glenelg. He played a lot of his footy at Woodville. And the reserves remained unbeaten, beating Sturt. And the AFL side is still unbeaten as well. This could be looking. Oh, forget the 4P. It's not just a 4P challenge, really. This kind of looking like the Invincibles challenge. To see if I can get the Crows to not lose a single game. Now look at that. Mirroring real life 100-point win over Sydney. It's just looking like a runaway this season. Tax returns for Padler. That was a pretty good challenge. But, when Brisbane got to make up for that 4 in a row they did not have in 2004 when Port beat them in the grand final. Adelaide comes back in for the reserves. We'll probably have Miller come in for Cumberland. 30. Oh my days. Man, is this Crows reserves actually OP in this game or something? 32, 210 against South. That was a pretty good opponent for the fourth one, North Melbourne. We'll have to rotate between Walker and Padler. Well, Port Adelaide fans might be ready to sell the shirt saying 13-1. I think they're getting ready with the 13-1 t-shirts because we just lost the Hawthorn in the AFL. Unbeaten run over for the league side. And the reserves remain unbeaten. Big win over Centrals. Gotta get Curtin back in that. Gotta get Curtin back in that midfield. Gotta drop Dan Curtis from maybe Butts. Cock comes in for his first SANFL. The SANFL side, so does Taylor. Schoenberg will come into the side. Another win for the Razzies. And another win for the league side. Next game we got Melbourne. Gonna get Texan back in the side for Padler. Well, that's Sauce Jacobs. That's the Sauce Jacobs effect in coaching for the Eagles, allowing his old side to win by 124 points. But the league side will get it done against Melbourne. Next up, Glenelg for the SANFL. I reckon so. I reckon you'll be there. New signing on April 26. And anyways, Crows reserves beat Glenelg by a point. Now we go against the Dogs. It's a W. We'll take it. We picked 31 players so far. Definitely. I reckon you'll play key forward, and you can also play mid every position you want, similar to how Nasai Wangani Malera plays for the Saints. He's very good in that position. One of the all-rounders. I think this is well, this season's pretty much over for the rest of the competition. It's been all Adelaide. It's this team putting on video game numbers or something. Put Barry in for Murphy. Not making the sub. Murphy to come in for the SNFL side. Well, probably no undefeated season for the Crows reserves. Hawk got it done. Well, at least the senior side avenged their reserve counterparts. Let Barry come back in the side for the game against Nord. $128-point win over the Lags. Somehow Dave Hawthorne. Well, since the Crows are that far ahead in the minor premiership race, well, should I give their players a rest for the game against the West Coast Eagles, or give them a rest for the game against North Melbourne in two weeks later? Don't make too many chunks. We might probably give a few of our star players a bit of a rest. We'll put Edwards in. Probably haven't come in for probably Greenwood. Burgess to come in. Bond to come in as well. Taylor in as well. Same with Adler. We'll probably pick Scholl for the game against the West Coast Eagles. Put him in ahead of Keys. Probably give Murray a run. We might actually play Tyler Welsh for this game. Have Phil Ford probably back up McAndrew. It's a big win for the Crows reserves against the Panthers. However, the league side win by 71 against the Eagles. But they have very good players in the side. Broadwood come back in. Ladd. Barry with Shelley. Trying to put Walker in for back in for Burgess. O'Brien to come in for McAndrew. Keys comes in for Scholl. Hinge comes in for Dowling. That's AFL side beat Centrals, and the AFL side lost to Collingwood. Even though we've pretty much sealed them out of Premiership anyway. That was a loss we pretty much needed. Might put Smithers in one last time before he retires. We might give Toby Murray a run. Wallace to come in for Broadwood. 99-point winners over North. SANFL side finished like second on percentage. Straight to the second semi-final for the Rezzies. First final, we got Port Adelaide. Only just in the qualifying. Geez, we lost the second semi to Port Magpies by points. Prelim. Huge win over Glenelg. That's SANFL side. Now we've got a grand final versus Port Magpies. Reserve hits the Crows reserves, winning a premiership in the AFL, SANFL. O'Brien comes back in for the prelim against Collingwood. Adelaide are through to the granny. Versing. Who's going to be in our position? Well, we got the Western Bulldogs. Broadwood comes back in for the big dance. Let's just sim through the grand final for this one. As unlike standard rebuilds, the rule for the grand finals is, well, we can't play it until we probably win, till after we win our first premiership. And look at that, we won it. That's the first of 4 for the AFL side. It's been that sort of year for the Crows. Now we move on to the off-season. You can turn that option off until the period's open. Smith, Strawn, and Murphy are gone. We're about to make a new signing for our forward line. Kalachi. Let's give him a 7-year contract. Bada bing. And we got Archie on our list for 2026. Trading. We'll send Scheinberg to the Eagles for a late pick. We got Chase Jones to be a reverse Rory Atkins. So do the same thing as Rory Atkins. He's moved to Port in return for big 90. Now we're going to be moving on to one of the big trades. We're doing a deal with the Saints. So no way we're not wasting their careers in the SNFL. We'll send Oscar Ryan, Charlie Edwards, Zach Taylor, and I reckon one of either Butts or Murray. I'll probably send Butts to the Saints for Wangani Malera. Well, Brisbane have done it in their dynasty. Hawthorn have done it in their dynasty. They have just given players to St Kilda. Then pick 119 to the Cats. Just to get 99 rated Dre Bennett to come to the Crows. We'll need to sign a replacement for Jordan Bartz. He's now at the Saints. So we replaced him with Lee Kalia. Or almost. It's kind of playing a bit hard to get. Just looking, just looking around for a new key defender. Maybe we might get another one of our cheese mates. Jack Payne. To join the Crows as a Jordan Butts replacement. Still doing North Melbourne. We'll give him Lockie Shaw and Braden Cook. Just so we can get pick 65. So he's pick 91. To give to Port for Miles Bergman. Well, Maley was delisted in the game. Just like in real life. We'll use our first pick on Mitch Marsh. Second pick is Archie Ludowick. We'll also take Ben Maley as a rookie. Buried at 19, Bond went in at 21. Alright, now get one. McAndrew away 38. Give Hayne the 22 jersey. There you go. Let's see if we can go back to back. We'll see you soon for season 2.